Hi Martin, question. If there's a period where my husband has been the breadwinner, how do we present this in our application when it comes to the financial aspect of the relationship? Thanks as always. So, Roxanne, firstly, I'll say that there's no legal obligation or requirement that both partners contribute equally to the expenses of the relationship. It's very normal in any relationship, not just those applying for partner visas, where one partner might be working and the other partner may not be working, or one partner has a higher income capacity than the other partner. It's not always going to be the case that there's a 50-50 split in terms of earning capacity and equally contributing to the expenses of the relationship. So I'll just say that first in terms of giving you the context of really what could be an issue or couldn't be an issue. In terms of how you would address that scenario where, let's say, one partner is working and the other isn't, or the breadwinner, as you've put, Roxanne, I would just talk about that. I would talk about that in your relationship statements primarily. And I would explain that there's a deal. There's been an arrangement made between you as a couple where, okay, if one partner's working and they're the sole breadwinner, that the other partner is, looking after the household duties. The other partner's at home, making sure that dinner's ready. That, and I'm not trying to be 1950s style. I'm just saying things that you might be able to put in the statement where you're contributing in another way. The partner that isn't working is still contributing to the relationship, but not financially, and maybe contributing in other ways. And that can be explained and talked about in your relationship statements. Okay, so I wouldn't really go too much further. I would just talk about that in your relationship statements. I would mention it. I mean, there's no need to provide, let's say, individual bank statements from, let's say, the sponsor if they're the ones paying for everything necessarily. I don't think you need to bring too much attention to it. I think you just mentioned in the statements, you still focus on providing things like joint bank accounts if it's relevant to your relationship, and that's about it. Don't overthink it. Don't be too concerned about that one particular factor.